Vanglorious Vanguard.
Knowledge born.
Yeah.
United front. What you want, what you want, what you want.
To the Knowledge Radio.
We in here. What you got? Doc.
Work hard as a slave to one day be your savior. The wave unwavering. This is a labor of love. Rise with a purpose every day. Invigorated. If we were on TV, we'd be 10 times syndicated. If we waited for validation, a paycheck or accolades, we'd be starved, already lost or ran away. But when you're square, solid, and you circle too, you don't need a place for silence. The concept is conquered through media, not areas of people activity. A mix that don't lose ethnicity, tightness that don't lose elasticity. Explicitly, this isn't where we give the novice regard. Nah, this is where knowledge is born. Last time that I checked, I'm undefeated. Deliver edicts, can't resist when the gods build and manifest freedom. When lines get crossed, they may push a loss, cause they get handed a check. We kick your can and cancel your cancerous gestures. A prophet vision, precision, the prescription for the sickness is to inoculate your fate with the winning. Arrogant beginnings turn to humble endings. And US with KBA is a win-win. 1K, 1K.
I think the important thing for people to understand is that in America we have an education system that does not speak to the needs of African children. We want to be able to be who we are, talk how we talk, walk how we walk, live how we want to live, and be producers and providers for our children in the future. We want to be African.
When the weight of the world is on your shoulders, tell the power within and then you say, no, I can make it. They can do what they want, cause I will never stop doing, and we can make it African. From ancient love and family, we gave the world humanity. We made this world a sacred place. African. We gave the world philosophy. We gave the world its chemistry. We found a world of time and space. Ancient seas, we gave the world integrity. So now we standing tall, yeah. We gonna make it. We African. When the world is on your shoulders, talk about within and then you say, no, I can make it. African. When the pain in this world try to consume you, they can do what they want, cause I will never stop doing, and we can make it. Gaining knowledge yourself, I'm glad I'm African. Although I look at the world, I see what's happening. We the people who was taken from a shining culture. Through the noses of our ancient representing sculpture. Capture us with the tactic called divide and conquer. Men and women separated, treated with no honor. Wrote the middle passage, treated worse than animals. Stacked on top of each other, somehow we made it through. The pain and suffering, they torture us in slavery. It's quite amazing, we stood up for natural bravery. Look at our people, the conditions we are living in. It's time to battle this world, it's time to shine again. When the weight of the world is on your shoulders, take a power within and then you say, no, I can make it. African. When the pain in this world try to consume you, they can do what they want, cause I will never stop doing, and we can make it. African. We're in this together, for better or worse, through the
hip-hop music has done is served as an alternative communication mechanism and given African children in this country some of the only understanding of African history that they'll ever receive.
There was a period of time in this country after Reconstruction where African people owned a lot of land, owned a lot of businesses, and did a lot of things. But what happened was the American government, the Ku Klux Klan, and other organizations organized in smashing that effort. So it's not that we haven't tried to own lands and have not organized businesses. It's that if you are African in America or in Latin America or in the Caribbean or in the continent, you will be hunted.
Black Power, Black Power. It is Saturday night. Despite what the screen says, you ain't going crazy. It's Friday night fights on a Saturday night. How about that? Okay, so we're here to do this in the 2021 review. And I could not do this without the one who done whooped me for 2021. Every Friday night fight we done had, I done got TKO, KO. They done stopped the fight. I got knocked unconscious. They had to get the smelling sauce and all kind of stuff, drag me out the ring. Okay, my formidable foe, this great African warrior, Israelite, soul sister who don't take nobody ish. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It comes from honor and privilege at this time to introduce some present to others for the over the 100th time over here on Luke Knowledge Radio. The divine warrior mind of Sass, aka Second Amendment, aka the rated champion.
My bad. I didn't hear my name. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You
Shalom.
hear champion?
I didn't, but shalom. I just wanted to okay. All right. So the sister in the song, little sister in the song. Shout out to the song. The song is great because it led off saying that black people in America and on the continent of Caribbean will be hunted, and a lot of people don't understand what that means. But I just wanted to. Let's read this real quick about the Pew Research Center poll that was done February 2021. It says faith among Black Americans. Most Black worshipers attend predominantly Black congregations and see a role for religion in fighting racial injustice, but generational patterns are changing. First off, people would want to know why would they be wanting this type of information from us. But anyway, about 4,700 Black people were, Americans were questioned who do not identify, and I think the same amount for Black people, if I can remember this poll. I haven't read it in like a couple months, so I might be a little bit off, but it is available. You can just Google it, the Pew Research poll, and the subject line that I read. So it says, in addition to being more religious by these measures, Black Americans' views on other topics involving religion or religious groups differ from those of the general population. For example, Black Americans are more likely than Americans overall to view opposition to racism as essential to what it means to be a religiously faithful or moral person. And they are more likely to credit predominantly Black Muslim organizations such as the Nation of Islam with a role in helping Black people move toward equality in the U.S. Black Protestants stand out from Protestant churchgoers of other races. Black Protestants are far more likely to go to a church that has highly expressive worship that includes shouts of amen, spontaneous dancing, jumping, shouting, and speaking in tongues. And they are less likely than U.S. Protestants overall to report hearing sermons on abortion, but more likely to say they have heard sermons about race relations or criminal justice reform. While most respondents participate in a survey in early 2020, prior to May 2020, when a Minneapolis police officer killed George Floyd, sparking nationwide protests, more recent polling from July 2020 supports this pattern, showing Black Protestants to be far more likely than Protestants in other races to have recently heard sermons supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. Now, I read that just to say that, and the point is that they are watching us. They are watching us, okay? And they use this data to their advantage, and they just told you about it. So if you do research on George Floyd and you go deeper and see all the events that happened around it and how Black Lives Matter was sparked and how it got through to the people through your Black church. So you got to be careful about your places of worship and who you let into your spiritual spaces, and who would you tell you, and who tells you things. You need to just do your own research, no matter how long it takes. You always do independent research. And what the sister said in the song is correct. She just didn't pull it out of the sky. So I just wanted to show that example. That's just one example of millions of examples of how we're watched. We don't do such research in our community on other nations, people, do we? And I think it's critical in that we need to start doing that. Okay, and then I want to address the events of the day, unfortunately. So this is me on Xmas, on the day of idolatry. The major day of idolatry in capitalism. Jeremiah chapter 10, hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are in vain, for one cutteth a tree of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. But be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. So, for as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in might. So, all of these Israelites is going around doing these videos, and I see a lot of conscious community people doing it too. Bashing up Christmas and stuff. It really means nothing to us, and we shouldn't even give any views to it. It doesn't matter. And those who know, and those who don't, they will, figure it out as we did. So on that's all I wanted to say. So I want to say shalom to everybody, and Shabbat shalom. It was the Sabbath as well earlier, but I just wanted to put that out there with a knowledge.
That's right. You see it go across the screen? That's right. I want y'all to understand something. I want y'all to understand that's why she is undefeated, okay? I spent 2021 in my year-end review getting whooped like this, okay? Friday Night Fights was my idea. Sass didn't even agree to it, but she came ready to box and win and drag me, through this tumultuous mixed martial art mental trap we got going on. Y'all see why she lethal, okay? And she just sparred with me. She'll kill all y'all. I just want y'all to know that. Everybody out there, so. Yes.
My inspiration was the song that you played, the last one, just with the little with our little sisters, and I had never heard that song before. So, and she led off with something powerful. That was powerful. People may just mull over that, but that's very important statement that she made. You know, and I had to get with this this idolatry and stuff, and people bringing attention to
Right.
what doesn't matter. You know,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, giving it so much attention. It's like, are you in the background celebrating that for real? Like you, are you feeling a little guilty? So.
2021 year in review.
That was my 2021 year in review on that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I could talk about the nonsense. I will say that 2021 was a little bit better than 2020. For me, I'm gonna speak for myself because 2020 was lockdown. I mean, my birthday, couldn't go to the beach. It was a mess. I'll never forget it. That was traumatizing. But anyway, but 2020 has been very. The Most High has been good to me for 2021 as I look back on it, and I'm truly blessed. So, you know, despite all of the outside stimuli, it's been great. So,
yes,
I'll be forever grateful for that. And though my year isn't up, by the way, it's up in April, then a new year starts. But you know, just reflecting back on just the 2021 as a whole,
right?
You know, that's what I want to say about that.
Yeah, this calendar year has flew by. It did not wait for anyone. It was just January 6th.
Right.
It was just January 6th.
Yeah.
And it's December
25th,
going on into the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been a very, very, very accelerated time for me as far as the calendar is concerned, and with things picking up with the platform and all of that. So I just wanted to take a moment to kind of give a little snapshot, a little brief synopsis of things that stood out in 2021. And if you notice, I said it was just January 6th. You understand what I'm saying? So that'll ring true in some circles for a while. I don't think that's going anywhere. A notable situation, but yeah, just overall.
Look, let me say something about that real quick. Let me just look. You see how they're not letting that January 16th go, right? I'm not letting the transatlantic slave trade go.
That's right.
That's it. So, you know, it is what it is. No, I'm not going to let the civil rights movement in the 1960s and all that stuff go either. I'm not letting none of that go. No, You see how they do this, right? They can do it, but we can't do it, you know?
Never forget.
Okay? That's right. So I don't want to hear nothing. I really don't want to hear a word out of no black person trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to let that no.
Nope.
No hell of high water ain't going nowhere. Right.
No person.
All right, sorry for interjecting.
No, that was good. Please interject, okay? Please. This is what this is for. And you know, on a day like this, in honor of that African insurrection warrior, soul sister, Harriet Tubman, if you wanted something to praise, something to honor, something to venerate, we have one who came amongst us and sacrificed her life to ensure that our people would leave out of the condition that they were in. She gave her life. So, honest to her. I don't think she gets enough credit due for dealing with the spiritual psychosis firsthand that we're dealing with today, seeking to bring sovereignty and liberation to our people. And for her, it was either liberation or death. And we come from that descendancy.
It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to do it.
So that's where we at with that. So what you want to start with first? You want to start with the losses, or you want to start with?
Yeah, let's get the losses out of the way.
Let's
Get the losses out of the way.
The losses.
Get that out the way.
I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'm just gonna go through a few. I think the most recent is Kango Kid of UTFO. And if you're a hip hop head like we are, you know what that means. And a kind of loss. So in that vein, Kango Kid, Shock G, Bismarcky, DMX, Black Rob, you know, those losses in regards to hip hop. You know, Young Dolph recently as well. Those losses in the game of hip hop. And I'm sure there's a bunch more, but I think I just deal with that right there for a second. And I gotta add Paul Mooney in there too. You know, even though it's not a hip hop thing, his impact in regards to the entertainment industry, the comedic genius that he was and is. When you take losses like that, that's not something that you could easily recover from. You know, so Paul Mooney, the godfather of comedy, you know, we saw the kings of comedy, but Paul Mooney was the godfather of comedy. You know, so a kind of absence should have set into motion a more collective embracing of his art form and his approach to social issues and regular life in America. So I kind of mentioned them in the same vein because this is what hip hop was intended to do, to be the reporters, the eyes and the ears of what was going on in our communities, the stories that wasn't being told. So those kinds of losses, I just know from a creative, cultural standpoint, like a Shock G was a major staple in bringing out a cultural reverence, and then creating an alter ego comedic character to, you know, show both sides of the spectrum. And I think he was very pivotal in getting us to see Tupac Shakur from that perspective as well, giving him an opportunity with Digital Underground. I believe he started over there as a backup dancer for the group. So losses like that, you know, creatively, they take a toll. So like a Biz Markie, just for instance, even, you know, make music with your mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Like he took it. It was him, Dougie Fresh, and my other brother from the Fat Boys. You know, the human beatbox. You see what I'm saying? These are three iconic ones that was known for that ability to beatbox. So one of them elements of hip hop in there. So, yeah.
Paul Mooney said he was sent by God to make you white people uncomfortable, and I'm glad he did that, because what it shows you is that it's not a system of racism. I don't care what anybody says. There's racist people. There's bigoted, you know, people who promote bigotry and things like that. And Paul put it out there and called them out on it to their face. Okay, these are walking, talking, breathing vessels who are here to terrorize Black people, and they exist. And he brought it down to a realistic level where he brought up so many situations that one like a Black person can experience going through this regular daily life, like just these instances, and they're all racist and just, I mean, just discriminatory. It's crazy, you know, down to the things that they say, the things that they do. He did say, you know, some don't realize they're doing it, but that's just the way they are. And Paul said it right out loud. I hate you, white people. That's what he said. And he is an icon. And the black entertainment, everybody sort of worships him and his craft. And when we say it over here, you know, we get side eye. It's like, you know, from some people, not, you know, for the majority of people that listen to this channel, they don't have a problem. They won't, you know, they understand completely. But there's some people that will turn like, why would you say something like that? Why would you listen? Because it's a reality, okay? And we're going to point you out, and we're going to single you out every time you act up against us. We're not going to point you to a invisible system saying the system is doing the system. The system is made up of these people who make decisions, you know, and project and do all of these things. It's not a system. So we're going to deal with the issue and directly where it comes from. And if we have to do that in an individual basis, we will do that. And then sooner or later, we will collectively be able to deal with the issue. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you, Paul.
Damn right. Thank you, Paul. And we interviewed his daughter over here as well this year. You know what I'm saying? 2021, you know. Boom, boom.
That's right.
I'm looking over here and I can't leave out AJ Johnson, aka Ezel. You understand?
Yes.
I cannot leave him out. Okay.
Smokey, what you doing back there?
You know, Smokey, I ain't a smart man, but from this angle, it looked like you taking a shit.
You know what you can get you know how much you can get for a slip and fall in the store? That's what he said. I mean, look, that was iconic. I'm sorry. That was funny. It was funny, okay? It was funny.
My back. My neck and my back.
Oh, God.
I want 150,000.
Everybody remembers that character, when he was alive and when he was, you know, when he was gone. I've been hearing that a lot. But even when he was alive, I mean,
right.
You can't remember Friday without Ezel. Like
he's not even AJ Johnson. He's Ezel. There's like Ezel died.
Right.
They're like, yo, man, you know Ezel? I'm like, that man had a whole name. They're like, nah, Ezel.
Everybody know who Ezel is. Yeah.
Right.
Oh God. Yeah. So yeah, he's gone, unfortunately. And that's all we're gonna bring up.
They got a couple other people, Michael K. Williams, Melvin Van Peebles,
father.
So,
Mario Van Peebles' father,
and Ronnie Wilson, Charlie Wilson's older brother, Gap Band.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna deal with. That's about it, probably.
Malika Shabazz, Mr.
Oh yeah, yes. Crazy loss. Crazy loss. I didn't do any shows. I didn't say anything about it. It troubled my spirit and my soul. You know, I was really perplexed. And to know that and all the other little shit that's there, I'll talk about it when it's time. Definitely, I'll talk about it when it's time. But rest in peace to her. May the Most High bring ease to those who truly loved her. And may her spirit continue to rain fire and terror on the enemies of her family and the enemies of our people. That's all I say for right now. That's all I'll say right now for that.
I know, like in 2021, people are still at home watching the television because, first of all, nobody, if you had a job, you was remote working, even still. And then number
Right.
two, you just was still unemployed, being lazy at home. You know who I'm talking. Look, y'all know who I'm talking to. Look, um, so I mean, the TV is what we got. Okay, social media
Right.
and TV and social media. That's it. So that's what it's looking like for year-end reviews. I viewed a few of mainstream ones, some targeted type audience ones, and that's essentially what it is. Um, okay, so I did want to bring up the lithium problem. Okay, I'm gonna call it an African problem, a black African problem, the lithium problem. Um, so in the Congo, the rebels, they call them rebels, the people on the land, right?
Right.
They don't want Tesla and them people in their lands just taking, their lithium using slave labor and child labor and all these things or whatever, because they're taking advantage of poverty. Well, Elon Musk said something about we are no longer going to support companies that deal with rebels, meaning paying rebels, quote unquote rebels. These are the people on the land, their fair share, okay, of wages and things like that, okay. Um, and when you read the articles, it reads really negatively for towards African, the Congolese people, but we need to start reading the other way around and reading it. So lithium, you need lithium for batteries, right? And we have this president over here pushing, clean energy, whatever. It's all good, whatever. But now we need to be riding, riding in battery operated cars, powered cars, or whatever. So where we get this lithium from? So the main source that Tesla, the leader of the battery cars, is getting it from is from the Congo. Okay. The next best place to get it from is where in Afghanistan. Okay. So you saw what happened with Afghanistan and everything. You see that the interests have turned towards that place by other nations or whatever, and they are zeroing in on these these what do you call these things, these resources, um because it is becoming kind of hard in the Congo. All right, so I think that not think that I want to like give a shout out to the Congolese people that are over there giving them hell, okay, um and putting their foot down and fighting. And that's what they're essentially doing. They're fighting. It's their land. Um, it's their resources. You just don't get to come in and take whatever you want and exploit. You know, I mean, straight up poverty. You're not even poverty. It's just poor. The conditions, everything, where to where the children have to work. Okay, the children have to work. Very young children, from my research and what I'm saying. I'll be damned if I buy a battery operated car ever. And it pains me to have to use batteries, you know what I'm saying? And knowing that a lot of the power supply on grid um, resources that we use here are powered up through batteries and lithium. And it's really sad. It's really sad. So I just want to keep that in mind. That was something that came through 2021 that I want to shed light on. So uh yeah, so and that just popped into my head just now. So I just need to say something about that. Shout out to the Congo.
Shout out to the Congo. Reclaiming a narrative of devastation and destruction. What do we know the Democratic Republic of the Congo for? That Congolese invasion by Leopold II and the devastation of the Congo. So let's not let another Leopold come over and commit the same kind of genocide under the guise of Tesla.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mutilating children, cutting their hands off. And then, to mock those African hands or those African children that was cut off, they sold them like candies. Belgian chocolate in the shape of little African hands. So we just gotta be mindful of certain stuff. So it's good news to hear that they're not having it over there.
That's right. It's not so easy. It's not so easy. So we have to look at these clean energy companies and where their interests lie and connect who to who. It's easy. It's so easy. I'm not going to give that away. Do your research. Let's see. If you really care, like if people really care, they would do their research. You know what I'm saying?
That was swift.
Yeah.
I'm telling
you.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
That's right. All right. So back to TV and social media, TV. I wasn't really watching too much, but people be putting me on. And one of the things I was put on was, the Koreans is, they're making an impact on the entertainment industry. They are just stealing information, but they're putting like a twist on things. Like, I love it. This is nothing new that we've not ever seen, but that Squid Game was crazy. When season 2 come out, I'm gonna be all in.
I'm gonna tell you why I loved it, okay? And it's gonna sound fucked up, but I don't care. You understand? I've seen all of them Asian movies all over the years, and all of the years, everything been all civilized and all of that. Even the war looks civilized and everything. I've seen some Negro Asians in this series, okay? Seen some Negroes, not black folk, because we're not Negroes. Some the Negro community of the Asian Korean world. And I appreciated every moment. Like, I savored
the whole damn cast.
I was like,
degenerates, okay?
When I saw they had the files on everybody, was like,
yes,
this. I was like, God damn! I was like,
they putting that out there. Yes, let them put it out there
because of this other likeness. Everything looks so innocent and this and that and this and all that. I was like, oh, they got Negroes too, huh? I got a Negro problem over there too in Korea. Okay, this is what the Negro looks like over there in Korea. Everybody was crazy, thirsty. Nobody look. All of that fake decency. They was like, look, we got to get rid of these motherfuckers. We got to de-Negrofy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Squid Game.
That's the way to do it. They volunteered.
It
was so good. They volunteered to do it.
It was beautiful. I'm telling you, I loved that. I loved it. I was like, man.
Oh my goodness, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
And that's how a nation is supposed to take care of its degeneracy. It's supposed to be in-house. You're just supposed to handle that business.
They let them go and then they came back.
Right.
Knowing what could happen. They know that only one going to be one winner, but they all went back. Right. Most of them went back. Most.
Right.
I was like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Like, why? Like, oh my God! Like, I didn't understand. Like, why would I get let
they
go?
knew that they would be back. They knew that they would be back, no matter what they seen.
They were studying the psychology,
right?
And they had the sociology in there too.
They had did everything wrong already. They look, they owe everybody money. They was going to jail, whatever. Like this was the easiest of their problems. Everything else that was waiting for them on the other side was the thing that was insurmountable.
Death and destruction.
Right. So they rather take a check out over here.
They were like, the cop. I don't want to spoil it, but
who cares? Everybody's seen it.
I thought that that was odd because it's like he's going in like they're being kidnapped or something, like, but they're not.
Right.
They're taking up their own free will. And they saw that red light, green light. I would have exited the building. I wouldn't have returned. So I would have to deal with the streets.
I think
I would have to deal with the streets.
That red light, green light, 600 times straight. I loved every single moment. I was like, look at these Negroes.
I was like, why are they running away? Why?
Look, let me tell you.
The door is locked.
Some black folks from the projects, we'd have beat that. Nobody would have died. Professional. We grew up with the red light, green light. Professional. They
were supposed to too. They said that these are the children's games that they played when they were younger. They knew it too. They couldn't take the bullet, the shot.
Look, wasn't nothing at stake.
They couldn't take it.
Wasn't nothing at stake. Okay, like, look, we did that like for nothing. That's how we got the house. Look, let me tell you something. The stealthiness. Okay, back to Ezel. He said, "What you doing here?" They wouldn't have got Ezel. I'm telling you, Ezel would have.
No, listen. Black people would have probably been all dead because they would have ran. Black people run. That's the thing. You look. You heard it.
I'm talking about the hood rat.
We run.
No, they would
and
have
it's
ran
true.
all the
One
way to
person
the end.
start running, we all run. You know that. Come on now.
Look, they would have ran to the end. Okay, black people that got shot trying to run to the end.
I would have saw what happened to the first person. I'd have been on point. But as you can see, some people were dying because other people was running into them, and moving them.
Yeah, we don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? It was a stampede. So it wasn't a lot of them. It wasn't their fault that they died.
Yeah.
It was those scary niggas.
Cattle.
Scary niggas. That's who that was. Because they were Negroes up in there.
Yeah, some Negroes up in there.
I
loved it.
And that fool that saved that guy's life, I was like, oh no. Like, he saved his life. I was like, he's gonna die soon. I already knew it. That Indian one. I said, he's gonna die soon because that's your competition. You saving your competition. You in a game. Everybody's gonna die. Only one winner. He's there trying to be a peacemaker, peacekeeper, trying to be the savior.
Ain't no such thing.
And see where that ended him up.
I was just like, we were soldiers. That dude threw that rifle down on that guy with the camera. He's like, I'm gonna knock him back. He said, ain't no such thing today, boy. Threw that rifle down. He put that camera down and picked that rifle up when they start shooting.
Squid Game, I liked it. Some people were like, "Oh my God, it's glorious. This is that." Some countries banned it or whatever. They don't do that execution style type of thing. They need to stop. I need to look at that list of countries that banned it. Look, we don't want to give our citizens any ideas. Keep
it up. Season 2, make it more gory than this one. Top the gore.
I don't think it was gory. I just think that it's terrifying. The games are terrifying.
Anybody could get it. That's the beautiful thing. Nobody was outside of the game. I'm watching. No, everybody.
Not only that, you had to use your brain.
You
really had to use your brain. And what they had to realize that no one's their friend in there. There was a few people who understood that in that game.
Right. Right.
So I don't know. Some people I would have, had to get off, I would have to take them out at night when they're sleeping. I would have had to do that the first night. Seriously, I would have done that. I'm looking at, I'm like, this guy got to go. I saw it. I was like, why is he so, why is he get to have an attitude? What? Please. He would have been gone.
Buddy came through and got seconds.
Yeah. and you see somebody got away with it. You're like, oh, you get off somebody. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eliminate it because I have nothing to live for because I'm in here. I can die at any moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At this point, it doesn't matter anymore. It's about survival of the who. Yes.
I'm not in here with y'all. Y'all in here with me.
All of the aggressive people would have been gone. So, all of them, all the bullies, all those, it would be gone. But that one game, not to go on because we need to move on, but the game where they had to walk across from one end to the other.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could that one. I think that was the worst.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, I'd probably be dead because I don't know. I would have picked the last number. Like I said it, I was like, why don't you pick the last one? What is he waiting on? Get the last one. And I said that. I'm like, why is he picking? Somebody picking number one. Oh my God. That was terrifying, that one. I was like, oh my God. They hit the floor. They was showing you how they were split open, the guts everywhere. I was like, oh man. I said, this is totally Korea. If you see what they eat, okay, go on YouTube and see what they eat. You know, you be like, that's nothing. They be like, oh, the Koreans be like, oh, that's nothing. Oh, that's his guts. That's his brains. No, that's nothing. But for us, it was brutal. A lot of people were being crybabies about it, even over here.
I loved it.
I said, look, that's coming to a town near you soon. And you all gonna need to learn Korean, and you're gonna all need to learn Mandarin and Cantonese, okay, soon. So get it together. Get it together. It's coming.
Speaking of get it together and coming to a town near you.
Yes, it's coming.
The greatest film for me for 2021 was Ever After Purge. Excuse me, okay? I have to say that. You know, I had my hand over my heart the entire time watching the Ever After Purge, okay? Ever After. That's right around the corner, okay? That's right around the corner for this place. So if you were squeamish watching Squid Games, I hope your ass did not go see Ever After Purge because that's around the corner and that's in your neighborhood, okay? That's in your neighborhood. All of these militia groups out here, all these NRA people, all that, good luck trying to come get somebody's shit. That's all I got to say, okay? Ever After. Ever After.
Yeah, because, you know, it's recently the report of Vermont's town, a good 44,000 people live in that town, and they're down to 64 popo. 64. So, yeah. So the police are fading away. So, you know, coming to a town near you.
Coming to a town near you.
The hood is on fire.
Yeah, all you defunders out here.
The hood is on fire. These babies are dying out here. I know. They live in my town. They went just up the street a week ago. So I mean, hey. And where the police at? They like, they sure hates us, and but you know, we out of it, and y'all don't want to pay us. We out of here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all finally look. Awful. So Ever After, here we come.
Ever After, here we come.
Mandarin, here we come. Cantonese and Korean, here we come.
Right.
And some Mother Russia. Don't forget about that.
Mother Russia. That's it.
So I think we got it. Well, I mean, there was no other good movies.
No.
I'm looking over here. I mean, I can't really say Venom either, but I mean, Venom was entertaining, of course, but I mean, it wasn't nothing to bring home. And
yeah,
we will have to do The Matrix later. I'll probably take all the 5 minutes I heard.
All of 2 minutes.
Yeah. Can we get John Wick Part 4 come right now? Like, we need to get that going.
I don't think that come out till 2023.
That's crazy.
Right.
Furiosa doesn't come out till 2024. I mean, what is going on? They're like pushing things and pushing and pushing. They should have waited on that Matrix if it's that bad. They could have waited a little bit longer.
They could have did it a little earlier. Actually.
Earlier?
Yeah, could have done it already. Just got it over with. That build up was crazy. I don't think it's going to be anything. But Cobra Kai season 4 comes out on the 31st. Okay.
Yes. And let me see. For I guess Disney, well, Marvel Universe, the series Loki is pretty good, and Hawkeye. I'm really feeling Hawkeye right now. So those are them. I'm feeling that. So I think that's it. So I think what was it? Squid Games and
Ever After Purge.
No, I mean like for series I've been watching it, Hawkeye and Loki, I think. And I think that is all really. I've been in study mode. Have not been reading, just constantly reading and during this, because we're still in a silly pandemic right now. It's just things are just still not normal. So, got to stay safe, got to stay in your home, and encourage you to make sure you have all your necessities because of the shortages that's going on and the high gas prices and things like that. It's important to keep your family fed and injury free, right? So that's number one. That's number one priority. Yeah. And and I want to leave off with this. You got anything else to add before?
Go ahead.
I have named this year 2021 the year of the muzzle. The year of the mandated muzzle.
Yeah.
If all you black out there still wearing your muzzle, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. When you're not compliant, you got to wear your mask. They say that to be compliant, you must wear your mask. No. Examine what is going on here and what the mask does and what it doesn't do. And you'll understand that you are made to wear that mask. You don't have to wear the mask. So, yeah, once again, we need to do our due diligence and our research. These muzzles are looking real, 1700s. You know what I'm saying? It's looking real 1700 and 1600, and it doesn't have to be that way. So, anyway, the year of the muzzle is over.
Yeah,
hopefully they don't, and we got to stop supporting businesses that do that. Asking for this and asking for that, because with our past we get asked for this and asked for that, and soon you're gonna be asked for this and asked for that, and you want to show, and they're gonna still say no. I can't wait till those. I can't wait till that happens. So yeah, because I want to know how people start feeling in. What's gonna happen?
Ever after. They're gonna be feeling ever after. Look at Rob. Rod just came from decorating his Christmas tree and opening up all his presents. You know what I'm saying?
What he get for Christmas?
Rod, what you get for Christmas?
And who brought it to him?
Who brought it to him?
These people are silly. They got they had the Santa tracker that I had on yesterday. I said, "Oh no, that is Santa tracker."
Do they?
Tracking his sleigh and stuff. Yeah, around the world. Yes. I said, "I'll be damned." Yep, hit a Santa tracker.
They know who spent all that money, who went broke, who went into debt.
Also, I hope all the black-owned businesses got paid. I hope they sold a whole lot of stuff.
Right. Kwanzaa start tomorrow, so y'all feeling Kwanzaa, y'all can
Black people don't celebrate no Kwanzaa.
support, Do Now's Radio here.
Yeah, do that.
Support, get you some merchandise, get some services. We got products, we got services, we got interview space, we got platform space. Get that Kwanzaa on. Okay, get the Kwanzaa. Ross said he got some McDonald's napkins. He got some McDonald's napkins and some sugary grits because he be eating them sugary grits. Oh man,
he should have said nothing about eating sugar and grits in the same sentence. Never gonna live that down.
You said it.
Where you from again? I'm kidding.
He said my family has celebrated Kwanzaa for over 20 years. He the only one out here. I guess.
You're the only one.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
Your mama and your cousin too. Hey.
I was reading that in the final call today. Look, 2021 is I'm leaving out with a bang. It was really nice to see some young. They were young and they had a little final call. I said, I don't own one. Let me get one. Inside, it talks about Kwanzaa and it has Karinga in there, and it tells you that was something that was given to Black people by the Black community because we didn't have our own holidays when during that time of trouble and everything like that. But it's sad that it's not embraced. So we don't want it. We don't want it. Christmas is the end all be all, and that's that. So.
Yeah,
that's sad. That's sad.
Multiculturalism, and I just want to put that shit to bed real quick. Maulana Karenga did not come up with Kwanzaa.
Mm-hmm.
He did not.
They put it in there. Mm-hmm. Picture in there.
Yeah, they say he was the founder of Kwanzaa. No, he was in Kenya, and he was allowed to bring the practice back to the United States.
Right, the Black community gave it to the Black community.
Yeah. So on the continent, there was a gift from the continent, and he was the one to bring it back. He wasn't no goddamn founder.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm was in Africa. They had the Organization of African Unity, and he was allowed to be the one to bring it back to America and establish the first chapter in the United States. That's how we got the Organization for African American Unity. Because he got permission and left with a charter, and he was able to hold meetings and open the first chapter in the United States. So this is the same thing that happened with Maulana Karenga. So your personal feelings about him, y'all love snitches, snakes, rats, and informants. Okay, so don't act like y'all don't. We rolling with them damn snakes with your black fist up halfway in pictures with these chumps with these panther patches and these berets and these black boots and shit. Y'all be hanging with them rats and snitches. Take the damn principles. Use the principles. You could use those principles every day of your life, every 7-day cycle.
That menorah looked like my menorah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, just saying. But yeah, there's a whole write up in there. I guess giving credence to Kwanzaa and its importance and things like that, among other things that we could talk about in later shows. Okay.
All the excuses y'all give to be over there with Satan's claws. Okay. Oh, it's about family and blah. No.
Now let's listen. Santa's black.
Kwanzaa about family.
Santa's black.
The gifts you're supposed to give are supposed to come from the earth. And you're supposed to live by the principles. These are daily practical principles that you can apply in real life and in real time. Daily, every day. So it's not a holiday. It's not a celebration. It's a lifestyle.
Right.
Cooperative economics. Yeah. Fuck Maulana Karenga. We don't give a fuck about him. Ain't got nothing to do. He said some guy, I don't give a fuck. Like, we don't give a fuck about no rat informant, no snake, no snitch. There's people out here that love those kind of people. They call him chairman emeritus and all this other shit. Oh, rest in peace and rise in power to this snake, to this rat, to this snitch. We ain't shouting out Judases over here.
Nope.
We good. Oh, damn.
I said for the third time.
Can you apply the principles?
For the third time, Santa Claus is black, okay?
Shout out to Santa Claus for being black.
We done made him black. Good God. To make us feel better, you know?
Maybe he'll be on Hidden Color 6 or something. Yeah, they'll have him out there. They'll be like, that's not really a red hat. It's a fez. Okay? Santa El Bay.
Santa El Bay.
Oh, shit. He was a goddamn Moor. Okay? Because everybody was a Moor back then. You know? He ain't in the North Pole. He in Morocco. Okay? Saint Morel Claus.
He was a Moor, okay, and he came out of Russia, something like I can't remember what it was.
Saint Morel Big Claus. Yeah. Islam more Claus. This shit, boy, I tell you, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, it'll be in Hidden Colors 27. Y'all be watching that shit. Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to L. See, that's why he's depicted as a white person, because he's a free white person. Okay, you look in the Black's Laws Dictionary, and you'll see Santa El Bay was a Moor. Okay. And Rudolph was from Kemet. I can't leave that out. They had reindeer on the walls. Okay. They had reindeer on the walls. This is where they had it at. You go look on the walls. You see little reindeer, little Rudolphs, okay, with red noses in the pyramid text. These cats is nuts, bro. Nuts. What else we got? We got a couple things left, right?
I think that's it. 2020 was the year of the Muslim critical race theory. That's it. Yeah.
Critical race theory. That's a whole series, right?
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. Yeah. Let's check the founder out, the creator of it. Let's check him out. We didn't break that down, like and show me where the critical race theory is. This shouldn't.
Like they trying to attach something to a damn government agent. While he was doing his government agent work.
Right, while he was doing his agent. Why don't he just... this guy's... I don't know. Like, critical race theory, aka white supremacy. It's not. I mean, come on, and then trying to make it. Never mind. He's just ridiculous. We'll gotta break that down. He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Once I get his book, and then I go through it, and then give it some time to go through it, because apparently this is taught. This is like a Bible in law school or whatever. All philosophies are Bibles in law school. So this is just one idea, but we'll see how this hurt this guy. I just don't see it, but
hot damn.
every time he threw a temper tantrum, he got what he wanted. Every time.
It's nuts. So if there's one or two things that you can share with us in the calendar year switch in 2021 versus 2022, what's something that you learned from this year that you can do different in the new calendar year?
God, that's such a crazy question. It's not crazy, it's just loaded.
All right, well, don't answer.
That's a hard question. That's a hard question. What did I learn from?
Don't answer. It's okay.
Look, everybody was chilling in 2021. Nobody was working, and what we can learn is get a damn job, okay? Because these food stamp things and all this welfare is getting out of hand. Us working people, like, I'm tired of it. Get your ass a job. That's what we can learn. Shoot, that's what I'm going with. Get a job.
I like that. Get a job.
Or
create a job. Or go into business.
Taxes gonna go up because all this nonsense. Get a damn job.
All about the stimulus, baby.
That's so much money gone.
Gone.
So what you think? You answer your own question. What did you learn that you take in 2022?
You have the right to remain silent. One of them land rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used to get you to the court of law.
Fifth, that's right. Fifth, that's right.
Shut the fuck up sometimes. That's what I learned.
Yep,
that was the greatest lesson. Because everybody know everything. And if they want to know something, they don't want to know it from you.
Okay? Yeah.
So, you can tell somebody something, and they be like, "Oh, that's bullshit." Santa Claus tell them no. They like, "Oh, man, that's profound." That's profound. You ain't say it like that.
But that's not what they said in the news.
That's not what they said. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
Answer me that. Since you know. Why would they do? They would never do that.
We're not hunted. No way. What are you talking about? Hunted?
And you come sounding like a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm saying, that sounds real strange.
Wait a minute. We can't forget the chip.
Gas was just $2.
That chip.
Gas was just $2.
Yep.
In a place now it's $7. The same place it's $7. It was just $2.
Somebody broke that down. How that is the fault of the president of the United States. Yeah. We can talk about that later too. Yeah. That you will not see any restoration until I believe it's 2024, because they're so behind in production. Yeah. Demand had gone down for gas in 2020 per OPEC, right? So, and then you got a genius over here who says, "Oh, let's just stop. We're not going to drill over here anymore." Nope. So that stopped that, and here we are today. I mean, I hate buying gas. Oh, I hate it. It's I complain every single time I get to that pump. Every single time. But you know what I'm going to do is, right? I'm going to pray every time I go to the pump because I believe the day before yesterday, a woman was burnt alive at the gas station. Yes, pumping her gas, and somebody bumped into the gas distributor thingy. Boom, blew up, and she burnt alive. So I'm going to pray. I'm going to stop complaining. I'm going to pray.
Burnt alive.
Yep, burnt alive.
I want to see the video.
At the pump. Yep.
See the video. Who got the footage? Ron, you got that footage?
Google it. Yeah. Google it. Yeah, Google
Ron,
it.
send me that video.
Yep. I believe it happened 2 days ago. She probably was standing there.
Look, we was just talking
everybody
about
out.
Right. We was just there talking about Squid Games. We got gas games in America.
Yeah. Yep. Somebody made a mistake and backed up into it, and boom, kaboom.
On fire, burning alive.
She blew up alive.
I love that. I love that. Ross said the time off people the time off got people realizing how hard they work for a little pay. He said, I bet they still charge them for the gas. That's what I'm talking about.
Look, you people just don't have to get used to it. Okay? You're not getting paid no more, okay? Than what you was getting paid. That's it. It's a wrap.
I guess they said they was making more money at home than they were.
That's what inflation does. Because if y'all don't do it, they'll find other people to do it in other countries. So they've been doing it, but they will move it on out some more. And then they're going to cut your welfare down back to where it was before, and cut your food stamps down back to where it was before. And you're going to be catching hell like you were before. So
back to remote learning, okay?
You never depend on your enemy ever. There may be some side hustles going on. Side hustle it.
Right. I'm gonna be out there selling gas for $2. Rob, we're gonna open up a gas station. Our gas gonna be $2. They're gonna be pissed. We're gonna shut the whole game down. $2 gas. We ain't gonna never have gas in that place. Put water in our shit like A-Rab. Oh, did I say that out loud? A-Rab.
Look, you don't want to be brain, okay? Shit hits the fan. You don't want to be brain. So no, nobody be making any gas. I advise you not to do that.
Shut the whole shit down. They be like, who the fuck is selling gas for $2? I bet you we see the president. Rob, I bet you the president come around here and see him. All of it. Oh man. And we take EBT for gas.
Oh my God.
We heard it's not real gasoline. So yes.
Oh, and I keep saying one last thing because stuff is popping up in my head.
Yes.
Malcolm X's murderer is still at large, according to the new, the turning over of the convictions of the two people. So we don't know who, and I wonder if there's still going to be an investigation, but I guess we could talk about that in the future. But that's important to add in this, and it's a damn shame. Yeah.
Go free, no record, it never happened. You're not a felon.
Yeah, and then this person's going to get a lot of money. So they're going to sue the state and blah, blah, blah. You know how that go. I mean, that's the trend now. Like, but when they turn that off, I want to see what it's going to be when they turn that off. That might be devastating. But anyway, I think that's all I got. That's all I got. I don't want to touch current events. I really don't want to. I've touched it enough. I don't want to go there. That's it.
All right. That's it. Thank everybody for watching and everybody that will watch this year in review. We had another spectacular show, and I didn't get knocked out this time. Okay. Once this was Robbie coming to laugh at my body slump on the canvas after our Friday night fight. You understand? So it's all good. Happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrating Kwanzaa tomorrow.
All right, and so with that, I'm going to say shalom.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? So no more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get back to the
motive is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.